What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayleynicole. If you're new, welcome. I do makeup videos and hair videos and random occasional cat unboxing videos. But yeah, I just do a little bit of everything, but mostly my channel is about makeup and hair. So if that's something y'all are into, make sure you subscribe to my channel. You can hit the notification bell as well so you get updates every time I post. But yeah, if you couldn't already tell by the title of this video, this is my updated foundation routine slash reverse foundation routine. So I just kind of switched up my foundation routine kind of during quarantine, post-quarantine. I wanted to have a more natural skin-like look to my makeup. So this is the look right here. If y'all are interested in seeing how I got this makeup look, you can just keep on watching and I'll tell you how I do it. Let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in my brows. And for that, I kind of always do my brows different. Today I feel like using a powder brow product. So this is the Kat Von D in the shade dark brown. So I like to just use a little spoolie and just brush all my little brow hairs up first. And then I use like this tiny little angled brush right here. And I just dip into the powder. And I always do the outline of my shape first. So I know they look kind of dark and crazy right now, but that's okay. This is just step one. So now I'm going to take my little Kylie Cosmetics concealer. This is in the shade Granola, and this is just like basically my skin tone. And a little flat foundation brush. And I just put a little bit on the brush, and I clean up around my brows. And I like to do the top and the bottom of my brow with a concealer that matches my skin tone. It just looks like more natural and soft instead of doing like my brightening concealer under my brows. I used to do it like that, but lately I just been trying to like make my makeup look a little bit more natural, and so that's what I feel like using my skin tone complexion concealer does. For my concealer, what I have been using lately is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Creamy Concealer. This is a hyaluronic creamy concealer. Hyaluronic acid is good for helping like smooth out wrinkles and just help your skin be super hydrated and look super glowy. And so that is why I liked using this one, because like a more natural concealer. So I'm in the shade Medium 100W. And this is like my brightening shade concealer. And so when I'm highlighting, I do it the same way I would as if I was putting it on top of my foundation. The same placement. And then I do my chin. And then I go right down the center of my nose. So I'm gonna use my little e.l.f. sponge and blend this out. And I always start in the places that I want the least coverage blending. which is my chin and my forehead, and then I go to my nose, and I do my under eyes last, because your sponge is going to pick up a little extra product, and you don't want to have too much product in the places you don't want it. But you do want, I want a little bit more of a full coverage under my eyes. Try not to touch my lashes. And then whatever is left over, I just go around my nose and across my mouth. Highlight is on, concealer. I'm going to use for my contour this Makeup by Mario foundation stick, or this is a contour stick actually. And it's called the Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. And I use the shade Medium Dark. And this is like something sort of new to me. It's huge. Like, it low-key reminds me of those freaking glue sticks, those big fat glue sticks that you were using like elementary school, and they would literally last you like half the year. That's what this little contour stick gives me. So on one side it has like this tiny little kabuki brush. So like if you're traveling and you just need to do like, you know, minimal makeup products, this has the brush and the contour stick duo on it. And then the other side is the actual product. So yeah, I literally just go straight in, right up on the top of my cheekbones. And I don't bring it all the way down to the inner. I bring it probably like just right to the corner of my eye. I also do put a tiny bit into my temple too. Go down the sides of my nose. And I do the tip of my nose as well. Like that. Boom. And then I go actually right over the top as well. And then I do like to do an outlining of my lips. Just so I have that really defined look when I go into my lipstick. So I also like to connect from my cheekbone in front of my ear down my jawline. And I don't go too underneath, but I don't go too high up on the face either. Kind of just like that right in between. Right there. And you know, there's no set way to highlight and contour, but you want to highlight and contour to your face shape. So highlight the parts of your face you want to bring them forward, and contour the parts of your face that you want to recede a little bit. So if I had a wider chin, I would do a little bit higher up on the contour on my chin. So there's a little bit more product to blend out with the contour. So I like to use a flat kabuki brush, and I do that first. And I'm doing like little tapping, swishing motions, trying to avoid the tail of my brow so I don't flip that away. Also trying not to get as close to my hairline as I can without getting too much of it in my hairline. It's really, really hard to not when your hair is really blonde like mine, but just do the best you can. At the end, you can wipe it out with a makeup wipe. It's not the end of the world, but you know, you definitely don't want to look like you got a face mask on. So blend it as close to that hairline as you can get it. Also, a little contouring tip I like to give people is, instead of bringing all of it down, like your entire neck, kind of bring that little contour down the center of the neck, because your chin is creating a natural shadow right here anyway. So you're basically just filling in where that shadow is and just making it look more receded so you have a nice sharp jawline. Don't bring it down all these sides of your neck because there's no shadowing right there. So it's just going to look like you got a dirty neck. And baby, that's not cute. That's not what we're going for. Now for the nose, I'm going to use this little smaller side of this e.l.f. Duo Complexion brush. And same thing, I just kind of tap and I flick inwards. And I do just as good of a job blending with this brush before I go back in with the sponge. And I also like to flick it up into my brow. And the more you blend, the better off you'll be. So if you got time to keep blending, sis, do that. It looks like I have a mustache. So now before I go in with my foundation, I'm going to use my Kylie concealer real quick, back in that same shade, Granola, and just do any little spot concealing before I do foundation. I'm going to spot conceal, baby, because this right here was a big little scratch that I made from picking, and I wish I would not have, but it would probably not be full coverage. It would not be 100% coverage like I would like. So I am going to spot conceal, but to each his own. If you don't have, you know, any little spots that need more of a full coverage, then you can go right to your foundation on that part. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is the new EAZE Drops Blurring Skin Tint, aka tinted moisturizer, whatever you want to call it. It's a lightweight foundation, very skin-like. It is a buildable coverage. It is not immediately full coverage. It is going on top of already highlighted and contoured makeup, and so I don't need 100% full coverage because I kind of got some of the coverage with my highlight and contour already. So I love this. This is in the shade 16. So what I like to do is I just go right to my face, and I do just a little bit on the cheeks because that's where I didn't really put any product. And I start there, and then I gradually blend into the rest of my face. And I just stamp all over her. And I go over my mouth, over my contour. Over my ears. That's another thing. Don't skip your ears, baby. You're not trying to create a mask. And then lastly, I do over my eyes because I still want to look nice and highlighted there. You can stop here and go straight into powders. But I'm sorry, I'm a glam girl at heart. So we're going to do just a little bit more so under the eyes. So I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. And I use the shade 310 as my brightening shade. And I'm just going to do the tiniest bit just right here where I have like my little fine lines, kind of like the deep set part of my eyes, because I just really want that to look like a smooth surface. And then also using the brush, this is kind of like how it is horizontally. It's like a flat paddle. So I turn it to the side, and I just go straight down the center of my nose. Not all the way down, just right on the bridge. And then I do a little bit in the center. Like that. Okay, boom. Now we're done. Liquids. Let's move into powders. So since I already did my contour with the liquid underneath, it's there, but it's soft. So I still want to like go over it and just lock it in and set it with powder, but also just bring it forward just a little bit more. For that, I'm going to use this Sephora bronzer in the shade Canary Islands, and it's just like this nice kind of dark chocolatey shade. So now for setting powder, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter setting powder, and this is in the shade Butter, which is basically translucent with a little bit of a yellow undertone. So the way I like to do my nose contour, my reverse nose contour, I'm going to use this Morphe E47 brush, and it's just like this really short, stubby, flat brush, and I stamp right down the center. Then I like to stamp the sides. Going back with my L sponge, I'm going to just stamp into my setting powder too. And I like to kind of hit off the excess into the cap so there's not too much on the sponge. Make sure there's no lines before I put setting powder. Shape out the corners. Okay, so I know it looks a little crazy right now, but it's okay. Trust the process. I'm gonna go in with this kind of soft, fluffy brush. This is a e.l.f. highlighting brush. I don't like to bake too long underneath my mouth, so I immediately dust that away. I just like to kind of clean up the little contour that's on there. And then I just take a little bit of setting powder and set the rest of my face. Okay, girl, so I'm gonna keep this bake under my eyes. I'm gonna do kind of like a light eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use the Nubian palette by JUVIA'S Place. And I'm gonna do probably this like light shade of brown right here. That's kind of all over in the crease. And then I'll probably put like this little shimmery gold shade on the center of the lid. And I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I just did some eyeshadow real quick. Put a little bit of mascara on my top lashes. Now let's dust away this bake, and I'm going to use that e.l.f. brush again. And I just scoop it away. So whatever is left on my little brush, I like to stamp it over my brows to make them look a little bit, to me, I don't know, putting a tiny bit of setting powder over my brows makes them look more soft and natural. To me, if they don't look like that to you, well, I don't know, but to me, they do. So remember I told you I'm going to come back to my brows. So I'm going to use this NYX Brow Tint Pen. The shade that I'm going to use is Ash Brown. And I do little flicks in the front. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Setting Spray. This is a 4-in-1 mist. You can use it to set your makeup. You can use it to rehydrate. You can also use it as a primer. So I'm going to use it today as a setting spray and just melt some of these powders down. Alright y'all, so for blush, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Putty blush, but it's kind of just like this orangey pink kind of coral shade. Blush is the first thing to also go, y'all. Y'all know. So I like to just put this on top and hopefully get it to last a little bit longer throughout the day. So I like a lot of blush. You could stop here, but I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to use this Milani blush in the shade Luminoso. It's just a nice corally pink shade, and it's got like some little iridescent reflect, so it kind of serves as a highlighter and a blush. I'm going to use that same brush and just go right over the top of it, just to intensify it. Boom. Perfect. Alright, girl. So I'm gonna do some little fine touches. I'm gonna use this NYX liner pencil. It's just kind of like a light pink, and I put it in my waterline to open up my eyes, make them look a little bit brighter. For my lips, I'm gonna use just a regular brown lip liner pencil and line my lips. I'm going to use this little MAC mini lipstick, and this is in the shade Velvet Teddy. And then I'm going to go over it with these cream glosses from Fenty Beauty, and this is in the shade Honey Waffles. So for highlighter, I'm going to spray my little Morphe. This is a Morphe M510 brush. I'm going to just spray that with my Rare Beauty setting spray. And then I'm going to dip into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit palette in the shade Summer, which is like kind of like this goldeny light shade right here. And just hit the tops of my cheeks. Brow. Alright you guys, so this is the final makeup look. This is me doing a reverse foundation routine where I did my highlight underneath, my contour underneath, and then I put my base foundation over the top, and then I set with powders. So yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Let me know if y'all decide to try this technique. I personally have been doing my makeup like this for the last few months. Makeup is supposed to be fun, so you shouldn't like want to get yourself into a routine where you just do your makeup the same all the time. Try new techniques. You might surprise yourself and actually like how your makeup is coming out a little bit better than it was before. So yeah, just try new stuff, like have fun. And yeah, let me know down in the comments below if y'all have any other like videos y'all want to see from me, or if you want to see any hair videos, or any updated videos. I know I'm back blonde again. For my new people that don't know, I am actually a hairstylist full-time, so my hair does change a lot. And I definitely have a lot of professional techniques I can give y'all. So let me know if y'all want to also see some hair videos. Other than that, this is the end. Let me know what else y'all want to see. Let me know if y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, see y'all in my next video. Bye. So now I'm going to use this EAZE Drops Blurring Skin Tint. This is a, shit, I can't even fucking English. I can't English. What is this? Y'all know what this is? We know what this is.